Hey, welcome. In this section, we are going to be able to build the attribute screen. Okay, now in order to do this, we have to go to the upload tab screen and then the attributes underscore tab underscore screens then dot file. And now we can get rid of this center widget and use a column widget in order to generally display all our widgets, which is going to be within it vertically. That is from the top to the bottom. And children, and over here, add your semicolon and use Ctrl and B to make this wide. And now we want to have the first test form field, test form field. And now, within the test form field, it has a property known as decoration and imputes decoration, and this will give us access to some additional properties the test form field has. And the field we want to have access to is going to be the label test, and this is going to say brand. Use Ctrl and S to save, and check this out. We should see it over here, of course. Wait for this, okay? Great. And also, we can wrap this column with a padding to generally give all our widgets within it a padding of 10. Use Ctrl and S to save now, and you're gonna see it. Okay, now the next step is to have a test form button over here, sorry, a test form field over here, which is gonna say size, and over here we are gonna have the hard button. And with my explanation, you can see these two widgets are gonna be displayed horizontally. That is from the left to the right. So we can just go ahead and use a row. Add your trailer comma over there, and now we can have a row. A row can take multiple widgets or multiple children, which are going to be displayed horizontally. Now we can have the first test form field, not really test field, test form field. And the correction, impute the correction, and the label s. This is going to say size. Okay, size. Use Ctrl and S to save. And let's see what will happen. We are within a row and we are using the test form field. Let's see what will happen. Wait for this. I think it's taking, okay, done. And currently we are not seeing this test form field we have. That is the size test form field. Now the reason we are not seeing this test form field is because we are within the row. And the reason also we are not saying this is because default, the test form field will take the available space horizontally. So it's trying to say the second widget we would have, because since we're already using a row widget and using this test form field knows we would add another property, which is also going to be displayed uh, horizontally, that is side by side. And default, since this test form field is going to take the full horizontal form, it won't allow another test form field. So it better not just show. So it's trying to say, I won't have it and you won't have it as well. Now to make this visible, what we can do is we can wrap this test form field with a widget known as flexible. So by wrapping the test form field with a flexible widget, it will share the size between itself and the other widget we would have. So basically, or in general, when using a test form field within a row widget, you have to wrap the test form fields you will have with a flexible widget. So assuming you want to have more than two test form field or three test form field, you must wrap the test form fields with a widget known as flexible. To do this, highlight and use Ctrl and dot. And since we do not have that widget over here, we can manually type it. It is known as flexible. Great. And we should see it now. Okay. Okay, great. We saw it. And now when another widget comes in, it's going to reduce itself. So basically in Flutter, whenever you want something to behave differently, you have to tell it how to behave. So that is what we just do. So we're basically saying we want you to be flexible in order to accept another widget. So right now, what we can do is we can then have um, a button. But first of all, what we can also do is we can reduce the size of this test form field. To do this, we have to wrap this with a container in order to have access to the width property. And we can say width of 100, and let's see how this is gonna look. It should shorten it. We are expecting, okay, it's shut it down. And also we can give a size box to separate what we have up there and height, because we are given the space vertically. We are separating this from this. Okay. And now we want to have a button. Right after what's on the row, right after the flexible, we can just go ahead and have the elevated button. This, and child is gonna be a test, which is gonna say hard. Use Ctrl and S to save. Okay, great. We have it over there. And what we can do is within the row, we can then say main access element, main access. Remember when using the main access element for the column, it's gonna affect it vertically. So main access element dot space evenly, and for the row, it's gonna affect it horizontally. So we could agree that the main access element work oppositely for the row and work oppositely for the column. Okay, I think this should be okay. And also we can just go ahead and change this color and also this. To change the color for this, within this it has style and elevated buttons dot style from the primary color primary. I think this is depreciated, but we're gonna change it later. But for now, we can just go ahead and use the sign. Sorry, and use the yellow dot shade of what 900. I think so. Okay, use Ctrl and S to save, and we should have that color. Okay, great. And we can also go to the upload screen in order to do same for that button and the primary, sorry, style, elevated, button to start from primary color, sorry, primary color is a sign. I don't know why I love sign color so much. Colors it yellow and shade of 900. Okay, so everything is looking really cool. Okay, and let's see also if we can reduce the brand size, or we can just go this way because we may have a large brand name to type in. So everything is working as we expect. We can enter a brand name and enter this. Then in the future, probably, yeah, in the next lecture, we are going to be able to add functionality. We're going to be able to add size and being able to display that size over somewhere here. You will love this. Hopefully you're learning a lot and hopefully you understand everything. But if you don't, please do well to let me know. If you have any concerns or doubts, please do well to let me know. And I'm fully available to support you. Okay, so in the next lecture, we would continue working in the attribute screen. Great.